Viewers and subscribers, welcome to the Technical News Service channel. We are here to inform you of the latest news happening in and around Jamaica. Hear what we have for you in today's news headlines. June 30, 2023. 2 killed in alleged confrontation with cops in downtown Kingston. Wanted man among 2 killed in separate police shootings. Man accused of stabbing woman in head shot by cop in Mandeville. St. Andrew man believed to have taken his own 3 points shortly after mowing down cop and woman. Also in the headlines, man killed, woman injured by gunman in Manchester. Cops is back at Bayeth Yahweh religious compound in St. James. And, government prepared to take additional steps to address pressure on people in Jamaica. Watch full video to get update on the latest news happening in and around Jamaica. Also remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we drop a new video. Stay tuned for details. Now the news in details. 2 killed in alleged confrontation with cops. 2 men are dead following a confrontation with cops in downtown Kingston Friday morning. The deceased have not yet been identified. According to reports, gunmen traveling in a blue Toyota Vitz motor car shot and killed a man on Orange Street in the vicinity of the Tranquility Funeral Home. The gunmen were later engaged by members of the police force and a shootout ensued. As a result, the gunman crashed into a post in the vicinity of the Jamaica Fire Brigade station. Indicom is probing the incident. A wanted man was one of 2 people fatally shot by the police in separate incidents on Thursday. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom is probing the fatal shootings which occurred on Market Road in Port Morant, St. Thomas and Greenwood, St. James. The dead men were identified as 36-year-old Wayne O'Hara, otherwise called Wayne Head, from Market Road, and Romaine Murray, 21, who was wanted by the Clarendon police. In the first incident, it was reported that around 12:40 p.m., a police team, acting on information received from the Police Emergency Contact Center, went to Market Road. The cops were informed that men were seen in the area with firearms. The team was directed to a peach and pink-looking board dwelling, in which the front door was open. It is understood that 2 cops approached the house, saw and accosted O'Hara, who pulled a handgun. Both officers took evasive action and discharged 1 round from their respective service pistols in O'Hara's direction. O'Hara reportedly fell to the ground, and the firearm dropped from his hand. The firearm was retrieved and found to be a chrome and brown Smith & Wesson revolver with 6 live cartridges. O'Hara was taken to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. In the second incident, around 2:30 p.m., a police team on a targeted operation saw Murray running with a firearm in his hand. The police called out to him, and he immediately opened gunfire at them. The lawmen returned the fire, and Murray fell to the ground clutching the firearm. The weapon was seized, and Murray was assisted to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Indicom investigators later processed both crime scenes and are probing the killings. Man accused of stabbing woman in head shot by cop. A man was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with a policeman after he reportedly stabbed a woman in the head in the Mandeville town center mid-morning Friday. The man is said to be a vendor from Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Preliminary reports are that the man attacked the woman in the town center, stabbing her in the head. A policeman intervened and the man reportedly resisted dropping a knife and allegedly attacked the cop. It is reported that the cop then opened gunfire hitting the man. The injured man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The injured woman was also taken to hospital where she has been admitted. Police and soldiers cordoned off a section of the town center to process the scene. The clothes vendor told that she knew both the man and the injured woman. A St. John's Road the man come from. We call him Fatter, and him sell a market from Ocho Rios to Mandeville. Everybody know him. A me neighbor him stab, said the clothes vendor, who is from the Spanish Town area. The eyewitness told that it was the quick actions of the cop that saved the woman from more harm. St. Andrew man believed to have taken his own 3 points shortly after mowing down cop and woman. The police are now probing a suspected case of death after a man, who reportedly attempted to mow down a woman and a police constable who intervened in a dispute, was found dead in a house in the Hope Pasture area of St Andrew this morning. According to initial reports, about 7 a.m. a constable attached to the police counter-terrorism and organized crime investigations branch was driving to work when he saw a woman jumping from a Honda CR-V in the Hope Pastures area. The constable stopped his vehicle and rushed to the assistance of the woman. The driver of the CR-V reportedly turned the vehicle and mowed down the constable and the woman. They were taken to hospital where they have since been admitted. Police investigators tracked the vehicle to a house in Hope Pastures where they saw it parked in a yard. During a search of the premises, a man, believed to be the driver, was seen dead inside the house. He was pronounced dead on the scene. The police are yet to release the name of the deceased. Man killed, woman injured by gunman in Manchester. A man was shot dead and a woman shot and injured by gunmen in Bel Retiro near Richmond in Manchester on Thursday night. Police named the deceased as Alfredo Ferguson, 42, otherwise called 6. Residents said Ferguson was a construction worker who also went by the alias Blacks. A police report said about 8:45 p.m., Ferguson and the woman were having a conversation in a yard when gunmen attacked them and opened fire. They reportedly ran in separate directions. Ferguson collapsed on a dirt track. The two injured people were taken to hospital where Ferguson was pronounced dead and the woman treated for a gunshot wound on her hand. Police statistics show that up to June 24, Manchester recorded 23 murders since the start of this year when compared to 20 for the corresponding period last year. Cops is back at Bayeth Yahweh religious compound in St James. The joint military team is once again conducting an operation at the controversial Bayeth Yahweh complex in Montego Bay, St James. This is the second operation in a month. On June 7, over 20 children were reportedly taken religious compound during an operation carried out by the police and the Child Protection and Family Services Agency (CPFSA). The children were removed from the premises under suspicions of neglect and child abuse. In a release on Friday, the Jamaica Constabulary Force said the operation is part of continued efforts to ensure the safety and well-being of all individuals associated with the compound, particularly the children. Our initial operation, which resulted in several children being placed into the protective custody of the state, was a necessary step to safeguard their welfare. Since that time, the JCF has been working closely with other government agencies and the families involved to ensure a thorough, fair, and considerate handling of this complex matter, the police said. We appreciate the cooperation we have received from the families and the wider community, which has been instrumental in enabling us to carry out our duties effectively. Our priority remains to secure the welfare of all individuals at the compound, uphold the law, and bring about a peaceful resolution to this situation. We appreciate the cooperation we have received from the families and the wider community, which has been instrumental in enabling us to carry out our duties effectively. Our priority remains to secure the welfare of all individuals at the compound, uphold the law, and bring about a peaceful resolution to this situation. The JCF said it will continue to provide government prepared to take additional steps to address pressure on people. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his government is looking to quickly utilize the greater fiscal space, which he said effective stewardship of the economy has presented, to ease pains and pressures facing Jamaicans. Pointing out that no one can argue about the fundamental substance of the achievements of his administration, Prime Minister Holness is urging Jamaicans to truly look at the improvements in the country as the changes many are expecting to see will not happen overnight. Sharing that while the changes may take some time, Holness said his administration is aware of the importance of making moves to ease the burden on the people. The Prime Minister was speaking at the handing over of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency (CPFSA) Therapeutic Centre at the Maxfield Park Children's Home on Thursday. According to Holness, unlike several other countries, Jamaica's economic progress is remarkable, having undergone overlapping global crises of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine war, which continues, and the impact of global inflation. The PM went on to share that Jamaica is now seen on the international stage as an example of responsible management and governance. In addressing the country's handle on inflation, the Prime Minister underscored that Jamaica, like all countries around the world, experienced a rapid increase in prices after the global crises. He shared that despite the odds, his administration has come out of global crises in a resilient position, recording economic growth higher than pre-pandemic levels. Reiterating his administration's commitment to responsible management of the debt, Holness noted that only 28 cents of the dollar is being used to service debts compared to 48 cents shortly before the JLP came to office in 2016. That's the news for today from the Technical News Service. Hope we were informative and keeping you up to date with the latest news from Jamaica. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching and stay safe.